Next, I would like to tender the floor to another past master, Worshipful Brother Bill Kahrau, who will relate to us the biography of our recipient. Worshipful.
This is good for you.
Yeah.
It is my pleasure to give a little bio on the person who is receiving the Hiram Award tonight. I'm sorry I didn't have time to commit this to memory, but I'm going to read it. I think I better first put the glasses on. No, these will work. It says here, autobiography of Bruce McKelvie, past master. Bruce was born, everybody can hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay. Bruce was born on April 22nd, 1939 in San Francisco to his proud parents, Mildred and Harry McKelvie. He attended Parkside, Alvarado, and Jefferson grammar schools. I guess what happened here is he got kicked out of one and the other, and finally he graduated. So then he went to Lincoln High School, and in the fall class of 1956, he graduated. Bruce entered City College in the spring of 1957, majoring in engineering and drafting. After attending 2 semesters, he had to drop out of school due to his father's passing. In order to support his family, he went to work as an apprentice butcher. He received his journeyman status in June of 1959. He was drafted into the Army in 1962 and received an honorable discharge with a family deferment due to the fact he was expecting his first child. Bruce left the Butchers Union and joined the Milk Drivers Union. He was employed by Sun Valley Dairy on a daily route truck delivering milk door to door in the San Francisco and Peninsula areas. In 1966, he joined Mission Lodge. He previously was affiliated with the Mission de Malay chapter from 1957 through 1960, which was his incentive to join the Masons. Also, he had several family members who were Mason members. The other thing that had happened is when it come time to him getting his degrees in this lodge, I was the person that gave him his first degree. Steve over there was the person who gave his second degree. And then apparently we had a whole bunch of past masters who joined in and filled the seats of the officers and then gave him his third degree. While Bruce was employed at Sun Valley Dairy, he had the opportunity to meet past master Arthur Bass, who just happened to be a fellow brother of Mission Lodge. In addition, they both were members of the same Milk Drivers Union. Oh, incidentally, going back a little bit, in 1970, Worshipful Master Russ Schumann invited Bruce to become a member, a line officer, which he accepted. It was, going back to Art Bass, it was Art's inspiration and the time he spent in training that gave Bruce the opportunity to learn to drive big rigs. After Art retired, he was given the opportunity to work for the same milk company for the next 10 years. In 1980, Bruce took a retirement from the Milk Drivers Union and signed on with Shell Oil Company. He worked as a local area driver, salesman, delivering gasoline mostly in the Bay Area. This job lasted the next 20 years. The last 5 years, he was appointed driver instructor, training new drivers, and recertifying current drivers on the safety and correct mechanics to do their job properly. This part of the job took him away from home and lodge quite often. His travels north took him from San Francisco to Washington State and as far south as Los Angeles, and also to Houston, Texas, as well as Tulsa, Oklahoma. After retiring to Northern California in 2000, Bruce found a void in his life. He was fortunate to become acquainted with Worshipful Abbot Thibodeau, past master of Mission Lodge, who lived nearby in Cameron Park. With Abbott's encouragement, Bruce resumed going to Lodge. They would travel back and forth to Lodge as often as possible. Many nights they traveled 236 miles round trip from home to the Lodge and back. This road time was well worth it. During past Master Jan Nicholas's year, he appointed Bruce to chair Mission Lodge Membership and Development Committee. In addition, he was appointed by the Grand Master of the Masonic Grand Lodge to its Membership and Development Committee in 2008. At the end of 2009, our present Worshipful Master, Arakel Derounian, reviewed his line offices for 2010 and realized he would have 2 openings in the officer's line. Bruce asked him if he could fill the office of marshal. Arakel's answer was, why, of course. Bruce met his wife, Karen, bowling in September of 1971. They were on different teams. Bruce bowled on a team with Karen's brother, Dennis, while Karen bowled on another Sun Valley team with Bruce's fellow co-workers. They were married on May 26, 1973 in Carmel, California. During the first years of their marriage, Bruce was an officer in the lodge and it took up a lot of his home time, especially in the evenings. Schools of instruction, degree practice, and evenings where he was required to be at the lodge. Karen's support and encouragement helped him to complete what he started and gave him the energy to fulfill the task at hand, to go forth and serve Mission Lodge as its master in 1977. Bruce has a brother, Kenneth McKelvie, who was born 5 years exactly to his birth date. In addition, he has 2 children, Scott David McKelvie and Susan Claire Surf. He also is a proud grandfather of 5 grandsons and 1 great-grandson. And that concludes the autobiography of Bruce McKelvie.